Okay, and in this video, you're going to learn how to call thousands of leads using a voice AI agent that's going to be utilizing Vapi and n8n. So this AI agent is going to be able to call, thousands of leads instantaneously 24/7. It's going to be able to check availability inside a calendar system and then also book a appointment inside a calendar system as well. And these AI agents are really useful for businesses that have heaps of leads and contacts laying around in a CRM. So we might as well just get an AI agent to call all of them and potentially increase their bottom line revenue. So we're going to be using tools like Vapi, n8n, and Go High Level to make this AI agent possible. And of course, if you are a business owner and you are looking to implement a system just like this, or if you've got any questions about AI and how to implement it into your business, feel free to book a free discovery call in the link in the description below. We'll be happy to answer any questions and help you out to implement AI into your business. And of course, this completely free AI agent, its prompt, its template, its workflows, everything is going to be available for free in the link in the description below to download. But without further ado, let me show you how this AI agent works and a demo of the system. This voice AI agent actually does this is what we do is we get a long list of leads, whether it's inside, a Google Sheet or it's inside a CRM, and every single business has all of these old leads laying around. So we get these leads. For example, this is just something that I generated for ChatGPT that I'm going to be using in this demo. But we get all these long lists of leads and we give it to an AI agent. So we're going to be using Vapi to build this AI agent in this platform and to create all these outbound calls as well. So we get all these leads, we put it into Vapi AI, and then from there, all you can do is just customize it and build a normal AI agent like you would normally. So for example, I'm going to be doing a real estate AI agent that's going to be able to book appointments for people that were interested in buying a property. So for example, they might have reached out and the company didn't follow up with them. So now we can go ahead and get the AI agent to call them from this lead list to then book an appointment, with n8n and Google Calendar. So that's what I'm going to be doing in this video. So let me show you a example of how this actually sounds and works in real time. So alright, so I've got the campaign ready up in Vapi. I'm going to go ahead and launch it, and then you can see how the AI agent is actually going to converse. So right here, we can see that it's calling me, and I'll pick it up.
Hello, is this Ashton?
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Hi, Ashton. My name is James, and I'm calling from Waterview Real Estate. I'm reaching out because you previously showed interest in understanding the current value of your property. Do you have a few moments to chat?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Great. Are you still considering selling your property, or would you like to know more about its current market value?
Yeah, I'm thinking of selling it. Yeah.
That's excellent to hear. We can offer you a complimentary, no obligation property appraisal to give you a precise valuation. One of our expert agents can come by for a quick walkthrough. Would you be interested in setting up a time for that?
Yeah, no problem. Do you guys have any availability maybe tomorrow at 3 p.m.?
One moment. Yes, we do have availability tomorrow at 3 p.m. Would that time work for you?
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
Excellent. Could you please confirm the property address where the appraisal will be conducted, as well as your full name and email address?
No problem. So my full name is Ashton Voss, and the property address is 123 Main Drive, and my email is ashton123@gmail.com.
This will just take a sec. All set, Ashton. You're confirmed for a complimentary appraisal on Saturday, July 12th at 3 p.m. at 123.
So yeah, you can just see right there, the AI agent, flawlessly booked the appointment. It checked the availability, and then right here, it booked the appointment with some of the details and addresses. So again, this is really useful for calling all of these systems that businesses have. So often, lots of businesses have thousands of leads just lying around, and implementing a system like this can often instantaneously add revenue to their bottom line. So now I'm going to show you exactly how this system works as well. So let's get right into it. Alright, so we're in Vapi here now, and we're just going to go ahead and explain how this AI agent works. So obviously we're using a blank template inside Vapi, and then this is going to be some of the configurations we need to make this AI agent happen. And then we're also going to need some tools on the back end to check availability, book the appointment, and then I'm also going to show you how to set up the CSV file to then trigger the outbound call. So first of all, coming into the outbound AI agent, we're just going to be using OpenAI for this example. GPT-4o, the standard model first. And then we're going to do the assistant speaks first. And then right here, it's actually going to call the lead by its first name. So you saw in the demo, it called me by my first name. So we put this dynamic variable here, and it's actually going to go ahead and call every single lead by its first name to reach out. And then from here, we have the system prompt. So I'm just going to go ahead and quickly open this up now and explain how this prompt works. So obviously a prompt is to give the AI agent its role, its task, and how to conduct its specific use case in that scenario. So this AI agent's prompt is prompted towards outbound calls and creating appointments. So we can see right here, I've got the role. I've said, you are James. Your purpose is to engage potential clients who have previously expressed interest in selling their property. You are persuasive yet respectful with a clear and articulate voice, and your primary objective is to schedule in a no obligation property appraisal with one of the agency's real estate experts. And then down here we have the task. So we have your task is conduct outbound calls with a list of pre-qualified leads to follow up on their prior interests and gauge their current readiness to sell. Right here, I've got the current time. Again, this helps the AI agent and the AI model understand the time, and then it also helps process the booking as well. It's not really that necessarily in Vapi, but I just like to always add it in here so we can get more accurate webhook responses and webhooks to n8n to then book the appointment. And then from here, we've got the specifics. So this is how the AI agent is going to conduct all of its tasks. So first one, initiate the call. So greet the user, introduce that you are a real estate agency you represent, and then clearly state the reason for your call, referencing their previous interest in the property. So right here, if a company had a long list of leads with a different descriptions or the reasons why the caller reached out in the past, the AI agent's going to recognize that, and then it's going to ask, are you still interested in doing X, Y, Z? Now I've got a little example right here. And then the next is to ask if it's a good time to speak. So, if the person is stuck doing something, it might not be a good time to speak. So we always need to make sure, because this is kind of like a warm call to leads who have reached out. We're not getting inbound calls. We have to make sure that it's okay to speak to the AI, to the person actually. So from there, if it is a good time to speak, we're going to proceed to step 3. And then if not, be polite and understanding, and then ask if you can check back in, within 6 or 12 months. So because this is the real estate agent right here, it may take a long time for people to actually sell their property. So this is why we add this step in right here for this specific AI agent. And then from there, we're going to actually initiate an offer to book the appointment. So I'm going to explain the value of the free property appraisal, and then I'm going to ask the lead if they'd be open to scheduling a time with the AI agent for a visit. And then if they do agree, it's then going to go ahead and check the availability. So it's going to ask the customer what time works best for you, and then it's going to use this check availability tool. Then obviously we're always calling the tool by its exact name within inside Vapi to then find and check the slots in the calendar. And I'll show you how that tool is structured and connects to n8n to actually process that booking. And then from there, you must always check times in the future. Then you must always run this tool before booking appointments. So it's really essential that we make sure the AI agent is constantly checking availability when it's finding a time. Then once it's confirmed that time, it can only then move on to actually book the appointment. And then from there, if a time is unavailable, it'll also go ahead and check slots that is closest to that time. So for example, if someone requested, 2 p.m., it's going to go ahead and check times around that time, for example, 3:30 p.m. And then from there, once the time is agreed upon, it's going to ask for all the details to actually go ahead and book the appointment. So it's going to ask for the details, it's going to save it, and then it's going to send it by webhook all the way to n8n. So it's going to ask for the full name, property address, and email, and then it's going to confirm the time of the appointment. So once it has all these details saved, it's then going to confirm and finalize all the appointment details and everything to make sure and go ahead and book it. So then from there, it's going to say, great, I've got you in for, the date, time, at the property address for a pre-appraisal. Is this okay? Can we book this? So again, confirming the date and confirming the time with the customer just to make sure that all the information is accurate and up to standard to the business as well. So then it's going to run the book appointment tool with the lead's full name, property address, and email. So as you saw right here, this is some of those variables right here. So it's got the name, time, email, and then the property address. Change that right there. So yeah, it's saving all those details, and then it's sending it to process the booking. And then from there, we've just got some context of the AI agent. I just like to add this in, its main goal, and then an example conversation. Again, example conversation is really useful to let the AI agent and make sure it stays on track. And then also it gives it a good idea of when to run the tools as well. And then I've just got some notes in the bottom here that I always add to the AI agent to make it more conversational and better as well. So yeah, that's essentially a quick run through of the prompt. And then down here, I've got no knowledge base usually. Usually I would attach a knowledge base, but for this example, I've got no knowledge base. Max tokens, essentially this just means what is the maximum amount of tokens or the output that the AI agent can say. So setting this to 250 just limits those long words. So, AI likes to, ramble on sometimes. So having set 250 just makes sure everything is nice and short and concise. Temperature, I just leave it around 0.5. Again, this just means the variability of how the AI agent is going to go onto the prompt. Again, if it's higher, it's going to have more variability within its answers. Then if it's lower, it's going to stick more to the prompt. So again, I've just got this at 0.5 right there. Voice configurations, I've just got the standard from Vapi, but again, you can go ahead and change it to 11 Labs, Cartesia, all these different voice AI models, but I'll just leave it for Vapi as well. So yeah, that's essentially all we have here in the AI agent. So now I'm going to go ahead and go over to the tools. So just go right here, and we're using just two tools today. We're using a check availability and then a book appointment. So this is what the check availability tool looks like. Again, making sure the tool name is the exact same in your prompt. So you can see right here, I've got check availability here. If we go back right here, we can see that the prompt, the tool name is the exact same and it's in quotation marks. So this just makes sure the AI agent knows what tool to call with inside these tools. So go back over here. Again, I've just got a description. This is just letting the AI know what the purpose of this tool is. So to check the requested time of the user or to check the calendar availability. And then from here, all we're sending in via JSON is just the time. So again, you can go ahead and add a property right here and then add the description. And then it'll just go ahead and auto-populate that JSON file. So yeah, I've just got the time of the agent. And then from here is the server URL. So this is the webhook and it's attached to this right here. So as you saw, that this is going to be the webhook that's receiving all the information right here. So we need to make sure that this webhook is the same right here. And we're putting it into this little slot right here, which is server URL. So yeah, now that should be all good to go and process the check availability function. Then finally, we've got one more tool, which is the book appointment. So right here, this is just a little bit different. We've got different parameters. So again, making sure the tool name is the same. We've got the description to book the confirmed appointment with the customer. And then the parameters are a little bit different. So these are going to be the things that we're sending to n8n to then go ahead and book the calendar event inside Google Calendar. So we've got the time of the confirmed appointment after checked availability, the email of the customer, the full name, and then the property address. So again, having those things sent by JSON, we're just structuring them in the visual editor in Vapi. And then from there, we have the webhook address right here, which is just this connected up to this system. Again, it's the exact same, so making sure these are the exact same, and then it's going to be sending all that information in here, which I'll run through in the next section. So yeah, that is essentially all the tools inside Vapi and how everything works. And of course, make sure you add these tools to the Vapi AI agent as well. And of course, if you do want this AI agent and you want, the prompt, the workflows, everything, feel free to go ahead and download it in the description below. But yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and run you through how these modules and nodes work inside n8n. Right, so we have the first workflow here and nodes here from Vapi, from n8n. So essentially what's happening in this workflow is that coming from this tool, when it's called the tool, you can see it's going to this webhook address and then it's triggering this workflow. So this webhook address we can see right here, this is all the information that has come into Vapi. And now we can send this to an AI agent to then process to make a booking. So again, the information has come in using the time right here. So that's all that's coming in. And then we're contacting the AI agent right here. So this is the prompt. We can see I've got the role, I've got the requested time, how to book it, the output that it needs to have. So right here, we can see that this is the webhook on the side. So if we go down here, we can see that the time right here that has just been sent from Vapi is now inputted into this AI agent right here to then go ahead and process the booking. So again, I'll run you through quickly this prompt. So I've just said the current date and time is now. So you can just go ahead and do double curly brackets inside n8n to get the current time, and then all we've got is the requested time. So this is all the variables that the AI agent needs to then go ahead and process and contact Google Calendar to make the booking. So right here, I've just got some of the hours the booking process, so we can see check if the customer's requested time is available using the calendar. If the time is available, let the AI model know and confirm. So this is really useful because all we can do in n8n is we can just let the AI model define the start and end time by this prompt. So because we've prompted it really well, we don't have to go ahead and put all these different variables in, and this just reduces all the different errors that it could get just by letting AI know and do it itself. So that's a really cool thing about n8n. Yeah, and then from there, output and response. So essentially, this is programming the AI agent to then send information back to Vapi. So if it is available, we're then going to generate a message through AI. So we can say the requested time of, as you saw, 3 p.m. on Saturday is available. Would you like to book this? And then we say, if you have found no availability in the requested time, suggest up to 3 alternative time slots, and then just some important notes down there. So that's all that's happening in this AI agent. And then from there, we're using OpenAI's chat model. So we can see here, that is the prompt that has just been put into OpenAI to then allow us to prompt and process all of these different tools and bookings. Then we've got the availability calendar tool right here, which you can see has just been used. So essentially what's happening is our requested time's coming in, it's coming into the AI agent, and then it's contacting this tool right here. And then all we have is just defined by the AI model. So I can see I've literally just clicked that button right there. And then the AI model is going to define the start time and end time automatically and make it compatible with Google Calendar. So then from there, we can see that the output and response has been true. And then it's going to come back to the AI agent, and then the AI agent's going to realize that yes, this time is available, and then it's going to send a response right here, which is saying, hey, the requested time of 3 p.m. on 12th of July is available. Just to confirm, would you like to book this? So yeah, essentially, then it's going to send that information back to Vapi AI, and then Vapi AI is going to tell the customer that it is been available. So, and then from there, we also have a get all event. So this is really useful when, the customer might say, do you have availability, tomorrow afternoon. So it's then going to get all the availability for tomorrow afternoon. So that's all that's really happening in this node as well. So yeah, that's all that's happening in the check availability. So now let's go over to the book appointment, which is a little bit different, but pretty similar. From there, again, it's using the same webhook that we have over here. It's sending all these variables via JSON. So, you got the time, email, full name, property address, sending it to n8n, and then it's processing to the AI agent. So if we go ahead and click on it, we can see that it has all these different variables for then us to process the booking. So we can see that the confirmed time is this, the email is that, the full name, and then the property address is that. Comes into the AI agent, and then we can see this is the confirmed booking time right here, and that's all that's happening. This is literally it. Pretty simple. And then also we have a new output result right here, which is letting the AI agent know that the meeting or the appointment has been confirmed. And then from there, we just have a simple, of course, we're using OpenAI for the AI model to make this happen. And then from there, we have a create an event. So we've got a little bit more things programmed in here, but it's really simple. If we go down to the webhook, we can see that we're just mapping all this different information inside here. So we can see right here, the attendees, which is going to be this email address. We're just putting that in there. And then the description, just go ahead and click this. We can see that we're dropping all those variables into here, which will then output its result right here inside the description. So again, we can see that we've got the name right here, putting that in, and then the email, full name, time, title, everything. So that's going to be in the description. And then the summary, essentially that just means the title right here is programmed as well using these nodes. So yeah, we can see the output has been successful, and then it's gone ahead and booked it into the calendar. And of course, if you do want to, create or connect your calendar, you can literally just go ahead here and then click create new credential and then sign in with Google as well. And then you're going to need the OpenAI key as well, which is really easy. You just need the OpenAI key from OpenAI. So just search up API key OpenAI, and then it's pretty easy as well. I've already explained how to do it on this channel. But yeah, that's essentially how this AI agent can make calls. So I'll just quickly run you through how to set this up. And then, yeah, we can see right here that we're in Vapi. So if we go ahead to go to outbound, and then all we need to do is create a new campaign. So this is how we launch these mass lead lists and call all these leads with inside Vapi. So we can see, we'll just give it a campaign name. Let's go to demo for YouTube, number 1. We're just going to do a manual. As you can see, they're adding a live trigger soon, which will be really cool as well. And then from the phone number, again, you're going to need to connect a phone number from Twilio or whatever phone number provider you're using, but again, that's my number right there. And then the CSV. So it needs to be, in a template that Vapi can understand. So we go ahead and open this template. So yeah, I'm just opening up the template here. So this is the template they've given us. So we need to make sure that this information is structured in this specific way so the AI agent or the AI model can understand. So we can see you go ahead and put your number in there, your name, and all these different informations from the lead list. So essentially, if you had it from a CRM or Google Sheet, you can just go ahead and import it to a format that Vapi understands. So yeah, that you need to make sure that the CSV is uploaded like that. I'll just put in the one that I already had. So you can see right here, this is the preview. So it's going to call the phone number, it's going to call the name, and then it's going to call the email. The assistant, again, really easy. We're just selecting the assistant that is going to be calling. So once it has that number, it's then going to be using this number that we connected, and then it's going to be mapping it to this assistant. And then obviously you have schedule now or send, schedule for later or send now. So we can see right here, if we want to do schedule for later, you can go ahead and configure those times right there. And then click launch campaign, and you should be all good to go to make all these calls. So again, of course, if you are a business owner and you are looking to implement a system just like this into your business, feel free to book a call in the link in the description below, and we'll be happy to answer any questions and see how AI could be fit for your business.